had a meeting with a very big TV distribution company, a huge TV distribution company, and we discussed We discussed distributing many of my TV shows, and particularly, I had my nose fixed. Now my mouth doesn't work. Particularly one of my crazy Bikini Wild college girl type shows. And this is a huge deal for me, and to give them pilots and get all these things done, all that stuff. So we were talking, and somehow we started talking about some Canadian newspapers. And one of the Canadian newspapers, he said he canceled his subscription because the Canadian newspaper is very biased against Israel. He says they're constantly putting stories against Israel, and he canceled the paper. And I heard this many times from other influential Jews also. This particular paper is very biased against Israel. And I said, I never noticed that. I never saw any stories in this newspaper. We hate Israel. We can't stand Israel. We're anti-Semitic against Israel. I never saw that. I just read stories. That's all I read. But many Jews in Toronto feel that this particular newspaper is very biased against Israel. And I never took notice, maybe until today. Because today, it's funny that he brought it up yesterday. And today I see this story in this paper here. And see this story here? You see what that looks like? Anger, sorrow, innocence. You see people carrying these bodies. It says here in this picture that I have here, that this picture shows bodies of Suhabib Hijazi, 2 years old, and her 3-year-old brother Mohammed, killed when an Israeli missile strike hit their house. Their father, Faoud, also died, and their mother was badly hurt. And the children's bodies were carried to the mosque by their uncles, as their father's body was carried behind. And then here's another picture. Aidid cried that she recovers from severe injuries. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, why is this picture? And I understand this is what sells newspapers. But if they're saying, look at this terrible picture of these children that got killed when an Israeli missile struck their house, I thought, well, why don't they show the pictures of when Israel is being attacked? And why don't they show pictures of the suicide bombers who don't care about themselves, who blow themselves up in villages and on the bus and in schools and in the markets in Israel? Why don't they show that part? If they're going to show pictures of these poor children that were killed when an Israeli missile bombed their house, why don't they say, and look at over here, look what the whoever the hell they are, look at the terrorists did to Israel. Why do they? And then I thought to myself, maybe they're right. Maybe they're right, because they're just showing a picture of what the Israelis did, their missiles did, but they're not showing what the terrorists did to Israel, because Israel's always defending themselves. So why are they just showing what the Israeli missiles did, but they're not showing what their missiles did to Israel and how Israel has to protect themselves because they're blowing up, villages and houses and buses and all that stuff. And then I thought, maybe they got something here. Maybe these Jews that have canceled this paper, maybe it's true. Because I couldn't believe it. When I saw this picture, I said, you see a picture in the newspaper, you read the story, and just look at this terrible things that happened when it says when Israeli missiles, they emphasized when Israeli missiles blew up this house. And then they showed 2 more pictures. And then I'm looking at the paper in the front, and I don't see anything about, and look what terrible things happened in Israel when their missiles blew up Israel. I only see that side. Isn't that something? I never thought of it. I never thought about it until I just read it today. And I had that meeting yesterday, and my business associate was telling me how they canceled the paper because they're one-sided and they're always against Israel. And then I see this. And then I looked throughout the paper, and I didn't see anything else about them killing and blowing up Israel. I didn't see that part. Just Israel blowing up and killing them. I couldn't believe it. And that's the whole purpose of this blog. That's the whole purpose of this blog. Now, go to daveswebstars.wordpress.com. That's all I can tell you. If you want to make a lot of cash on a happier note, because cash makes me happy, go to daveswebstars.wordpress.com. You're going to see 19-year-old college dropouts making $60,000 to $100,000 a month. Kids without David Bronstein. Kids in their basements. Kids uploading videos, doing stuff like the Harlem Shuffle, Harlem Shake, Harlem Shuffle, whatever the hell it is. Jared showed me this 5 days ago. The one guy put up a crazy video of people dancing to the Harlem Shake. 40,000 videos in 5 days. These kids do it on their own. They put a bunch of kids together. And for some reason, the kids that I get, how much you're going to pay me? I charge $15 an hour. I tell them, can you do what those kids do? Sure, I can do it. I say, then go do it. You don't need me. All those kids on Dave's Web Stars that are making $100,000 a month, I didn't pay them a dime. And they're making $100,000 a month. So if you have that talent, you should be doing what they're doing. I want you to go to daveswebstars.wordpress.com. And if you could do what they do, then get in touch with me. Get in touch with me at davestvempire@rogers.com. I need web pros, eBay pros, video pros, sales pros, business partners. I do business with Shark Tank, Dragon's Den type TV product suppliers. They give me their products. I'm a distributor, TV products and TV shows. But I need business partners, web pros, eBay pros to manage the empire so you can make a lot of cash every day. davestvempire@rogers.com. Get in touch with me now. If you can do what these kids are doing with the Harlem Shake. I don't mean dancing. I mean quickly uploading videos and marketing stuff online as quickly as these kids do it, because these kids are entrepreneurs getting hundreds and millions of views within hours and minutes of posting a video. And I got the TV products, I got the chat girls, I got the celebrity bloggers. Let's make a lot of cash today. DavesTVEmpire@rogers.com. Email me today. Goodbye.